welcome to our virtual Lincoln Craft Bag at the Museum of the Grand Prairie in Mahomet. What do you think Abraham Lincoln is most famous for? Well, he was the President of the United States. He had a lot of other important jobs too. Abe worked on a flatboat. If we look at this picture, what do you think a flatboat does? It carries animals, food, and other essential items down the river. It had oarsmen on it with long oars or paddles that would help to steer it. When Abraham Lincoln was 19 years old, he was an oarsman on a flatboat down the Ohio River. As you have fun coloring this picture, think, now how is river travel the same or different in Abe's day and in our day? Abraham Lincoln was also a surveyor. Now, what does a surveyor do? He surveys or looks at the land. So they would look out at the landscape and decide where to put things. Abraham Lincoln surveyed 5 small central Illinois sites. He would decide where should the village be and the farms. He might even decide where to put the school or the roads. This museum artifact is called a surveyor's chain. It is 50 feet long and has 52 links to it. They could make angles, straight lines, and any design that the surveyor wanted. We still survey land today, but we don't use one of these kinds of tools. When you do your measure up to Abe sheet, you do not need to use a surveyor's chain, but a measuring tape or a ruler could come in handy. Abraham Lincoln also worked at a post office. And yes, he did deliver mail that he stored under his top hat. So we're going to make a top hat. You have the directions in your bag right here. You also get the supplies. You have a rectangle, 2 black squares, and a toilet paper roll. On one of the squares, you're going to trace the toilet paper roll, add 4 tabs to it, then cut out along the outside edge. On the second one, you will trace the toilet paper roll, make a larger circle about 1/2 inch larger, and then cut out the larger circle. On this one, you will then fold it a little bit and cut slices in the inside of the circle. So that one will end up looking like this with the triangles pointing up. The first one will look like this, and you will fold the tabs up. Put this one on your table. Take the toilet paper roll this way, and then with the triangles, glue or tape them on the inside. Take this part, the top of the top hat, tape or glue it around. Then take your rectangle piece and tape it around there. And you will end up with your own top hat. Now, how much do you think you know about Abraham Lincoln? Well, you can find out on this tiny 10 questions page. Make it a family activity, but do not cheat and go to Google. When you think you've come up with everything you know, you may check the answers that I have attached here for you. Well, I have saved my most favorite activity for the last, and that is Abe's hands. They are huge. I had got these images a long time ago from the curator at the Lincoln Museum in Springfield, so I trust this source. This is what you will do. You'll take your left hand, make it into this same shape, fold your hand here, and then put this part of your wrist right along here. You will take your right hand, fold it back, and put this part of your wrist right along here. And then you will trace your hand. Now, most of us don't have too much trouble tracing the left hand holding the pencil in our right hand. But when you trace the right hand holding the pencil in the left hand, so many of us say, "Oh, I can't do that. Will you please help me?" But I urge you adults to encourage your children and yourself to try it on your own. The fun way to do this is to have everyone in your family choose a different color and do your own that way, and you can compare the hand sizes of everybody. And if you then pulled this back out every year, you would be able to see how your children's hands grow. The last activity I'm including is a copy of Lincoln's farewell speech. I'm going to be sharing this on video to be posted on February 11th for you to join and read with me. If you would like to preview it with your children so they're familiar with the wording, please do so. When we are open again, come and explore our Lincoln exhibit downstairs and discover all the very close relationships that Abraham Lincoln had with very many of our local communities. Enjoy President's Day. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you next time.